it in the beginning. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you want more content like this. And leave a comment.
We're gonna start off the East. Do you guys want to go South or West after this?
Your call.
We'll just stay on the screen then. All right, we're gonna start on the East. We got Connecticut versus Stenson. I'm guessing everyone's gonna pick Connecticut here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Stetson got my boy though, Winston. So hopefully he has a good game, but they're gonna lose.
All right, moving on to the more intriguing matchup. We got Florida Atlantic versus Northwestern. Mike, thoughts?
Picking Boo Booey. He's not losing this game. I think FAU is fraud this year, but we'll see.
I think that game against Temple is going to wake FAU up, and they're going to come to play. They've been here before. They got Jonell. They have guards, plethora of guards. They have Jalen Gaffney. They have Brian Greenlee, Nick Boyd. They can throw a lot of heads at Boo Booey. Their big man being out really going to hurt them because they're going to be small. If Boo Booey players don't show up, they could get blown out. So give me FAU.
I've been going back and forth on this. I think Boo Booey could be one of those like this could be like a March Madness that rises his draft stock up, but Northwestern's hurt, and I'm gonna go FAU. But I do think that FAU is not as good as I almost wanted to come out with a hot take if we would have been doing episodes before. I didn't think that FAU should get in, but that's just me.
The Arizona win
what'd you say?
The Arizona one probably pushed them over, and last year they went that far, so they were getting in like just a benefit.
Yeah, it's just tough. Mm-hmm. San Diego State versus UAB. Mike?
I think San Diego State's defense will be too much for UAB, and then UAB coming off a tourney win, I just kind of want to fade them in that game, so I'm going to go San Diego State. I think Jaden Ledee will be too much.
Yeah, they're too much. This is the only 5 seed that I'm going to say is a lot to win the first round. All the other ones is kind of suspect, but this one, they're too much, too physical. They've been here before. Like you said, Jaden Ledee is going to be way too much, even though UAB has a really good big. I forgot his last name. It's weird, light-skinned kid. They do have a guard from New York. I forget his name now. Dark-skinned guy with some braids. He can go, and then obviously they have Eric Gaines, used to be at LSU. So they have some pieces, but San Diego State is too much, too deep. So they're my lock, just a window at all the 5 seeds.
Yeah, San Diego State, I got them winning this game. Obviously, I don't want to say we fell in love with Ledee. I think we just liked when they said Ledee's name in last tournament. But, their style of play is good for the tournament. They're the only Mountain West team I would trust, and that's mainly because of their coach. So I guess we all have San Diego State winning this game. We got Auburn versus Yale.
This is an easy one for me. I'm just going Auburn. To me, they're too good on offense and defense, and I don't see them losing in the first round.
Well, here we go. This is the first one. Somebody got an upset. It's going to happen. Happens every year. Let's take Yale. They have 5 seniors. They have a couple grad transfers. They got a big, I believe his name is Wolf, 7-footer. They got Mahoney shooting. They have, I forgot the other shooter's name, but he made a big 3. And then they got the 2 knowns. They have Matt Nolan and they have Ben and Bang. Ben and Bang won Defensive Player of the Year in the Ivy League. They're going to be ready. They're not going to be phased. They're big enough. Auburn ain't that goddamn big. They're big enough to fight there. The guards would be good enough. Auburn has some young guards too. So if I get, especially on the spread, like this is going to be, you hammer this 12.5. But if I have to pick one upset in this region, that's what it's going to be. Give me Yale.
Yeah, no. I think Auburn's one of the more balanced teams in the country, offensive and defensively. Bruce Pearl is a good tournament coach. I don't have him losing to Yale. Yale's lucky to be here after that. I don't want to say miraculous buzzer beater that they had against Brown, but they definitely had a miracle comeback against Brown to even be here. Yeah, I'm going to trust Broom, Holloway, and all the guys. I think Auburn wins this game. So BYU versus Duquesne. Is that how you say the name?
I think so, yeah.
Every time I read this name, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little dyslexic because it doesn't. When I look at it, I'm like, there's no way that's how the school said. But go ahead.
I'm taking BYU here. I was reading something that said BYU should be a 5 seed, and I don't think Duquesne should even be an 11 seed. And if BYU's making their threes like they should, I think they blow them away.
This one scared me because if BYU's not making threes, that team gets very one-dimensional and they're very reliant on the three. Duquesne was they weren't even a top 3 seed in the A10. I think BYU wins easy, even if they don't. Now the next round is going to get tricky for BYU because they're not going to be able to miss shots and keep going. But I think this game, even if they do miss shots, their sheer talent is just better than Duquesne.
I think in my bracket, I've been looking at this matchup, and for some reason, I really like the Duquesne. He was the head coach of LeBron James in high school. Everyone knows the story, but this is his last year because he finally got. I believe his dad used to coach or play here. I forgot what the actual story is, but he finally got to the tournament for the first time in 47 years, and I kind of like that story. But I was watching them play against VCU, and I swear they went 1 for 22 in the second half. And VCU, they're a good defensive team, but 1 for 22 is just a little insane.
They can't shoot.
They can't. So I'm gonna go with you guys, BYU.
Yeah, they can't shoot. It's gonna be bad. It can get ugly if BYU's making shots because Duquesne can't shoot. They're really reliant on Dede Grant and also their other guard, Trey. He went to VCU. They're really reliant on them. If they play bad, it's bad. BYU has a lot of players that can make shots. They're bigger than them, so this could get ugly.
All right, Illinois versus Morehead State.
Terrence Shannon Jr. That's it.
I respect that.
There's too much talk in this region. Somebody's going to lose. So I want y'all to know this.
That's fact.
Somebody's going to lose, but it ain't gonna be Illinois. They're not losing. I trust Marcus Damask. I trust Terrence Shannon.
Wait, are we sure? Illinois is one of those teams, is one of those top 20 efficiency offenses, below 100 defenses. And you know what they say? Well, actually, from last year, I had the stat they were 5-19 in the first round. They're now 6-20 because I believe Baylor won last year, if I'm correct, or one of those teams won. But these teams rarely get out the first rounds. And Morehead State, I've been hearing that they're pretty solid.
I just can't. I can't. And I took Yale earlier, so I'm definitely with some underdogs. I cannot do it with Morehead State. I'm sorry. They play fast. I think Illinois State gonna make them play their game. They're big. They can defend better than the metrics are stating. Coleman Hawkins is a good defender. Terrence Shannon, Marcus Damask, Ty Rogers. They have players. They're going to defend. We taking Illinois. I know you want to take Morehead. What it sounds like. We taking Illinois.
Oh yeah, it's 2 out of 3 already. I mean, I like watching Illinois play. It's just their defense is like Kentucky. They're like the same product to me. But all right, we're going with Illinois. We're very chalky right now. All right, Washington State versus Drake.
I got Drake in this one. I think Tucker DeVries is gonna go off, and I just never trust Pac-12 teams in the tournament.
Was it last year or 2 years ago the Pac-12 just killed in the tournament? Was it last year?
That was the year with Cade Cunningham.
When was he there? 2 years ago?
There was a year with ECU.
Year after COVID.
Yeah, they killed. I ain't gonna lie, this is a really tough spot because I feel like the whole world is on Drake. Like everybody wants to bet with Drake. Washington State has been one of the better Pac-12 teams this year. I have 2 brackets. I got one with Washington State. I got one with Drake. Let's go Drake.
All right, we're gonna go with a sweep with Drake. I think the Breeze is gonna have a better tournament game. Last tournament, he went 1 for 13, and they kept it close against Miami, even with him having a bad shooting night. So I think this year he shows up. You got Brody, who's I swear has been in college for 20 years, but yeah, let's go with Drake. Iowa State versus South Dakota.
Iowa State.
People sleeping on my Jackrabbits, but give me Iowa State too.
Okay, we're going to Iowa State. We're just gonna finish this region and then we'll go to the next one. Connecticut versus FAU.
UConn.
I promise y'all. FAU, if they get past this first round, UConn is not going back to back. Listen, hear me out. They have a big body for Klingon. They have Golden from last year. He's experienced. They have bigs off the bench. They have guards. They have a guard that used to go to UConn that's now here. I ain't gonna say they have the better guards, but it's close. It's close. If they play up to their ability, it's really close. Those guards are really good. They've been here. FAU. Whatever the spread is, FAU. Take FAU.
So are you taking FAU? That's why I need to know.
I took FAU. In my Carolina winner bracket, I took FAU.
Okay.
I was going to chalk and say UConn, but somebody is going to get upset.
Listen. I agree with you. There's that fact that UConn, I mean not UConn, but national championship teams usually don't get past the Sweet 16. But I think UConn is balanced enough. They've been the best team all year. I think, just like myself, I don't think FAU is as good as they are. I think they're only here because they run last year. We're going with Connecticut.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead.
Y'all are on FAU's team. Do y'all not hear everybody saying what y'all saying? Like, everybody is literally saying what y'all saying. We're not as good. We don't do this. We can't do that. Last year's team was better. It's the same team. They have the same players. It's not like
they also got less.
They have the same.
When Purdue lost in the first round, that changed the whole bracket for that region.
I was just about to say the only difference is that they have to run into a UConn. But even so I told either you or CJ that UConn was going to win it December of last year. They were the best team. This UConn team is not better than that UConn team from last year. I think they're more susceptible to losing. But, we're a team here, so we're going to take UConn. But just know the Locksmith was on FAU cover.
San Diego State versus Auburn.
I'm taking Auburn here. I think San Diego State's defense is really good, obviously, but sometimes their offense goes in long droughts. So I got Auburn here. They're the more complete team, I think.
It's tough, man. I like the style matchup. San Diego State just tough, man. I like riding with them. This is the whole world is on Auburn. Give me San Diego State. I don't even think Auburn getting out the first round. Give me San Diego State.
Damn, that's so crazy. We're picking Auburn because it's better than them.
No, they're not.
I'm not even about to waste time. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, this is why Auburn.
If you really look at it, they match up really well to each other.
No, they do. But I just think Auburn is tough, just as tough. I really like Auburn. That's just me though. But
see, look at Caesar. Caesar, no, that bullshit you talking.
That's not Caesar this time. That's what's it called? I've been drinking. Mike, what's your dog's name?
I'm going Illinois here. The dog name's Sunny.
Sunny, there we go.
But yeah, this next one, I'm going Illinois. I just think Terrence Shannon lasts one more round, and then they're probably done after that because of their defense.
Yeah, give me Illinois too. Though this could be tricky because I do tend to like the offensive teams in March. They can spray. Matter of fact, give me BYU. Let's upset. I think they're going to spray this jump against suspect, like you said, Illinois defense. Give me BYU. I like the offense, and I think the guards, they can compete. Now, if they don't stop Terrence Shannon, it's going to be an issue. But if nobody else shows up but Terrence Shannon, it's going to be an issue. So give me BYU.
All right, man. All right, hot take. Terrence Shannon's going to score 35, and they're still going to lose.
They're going to
BYU is going to come in there, and they're going to smack them in the mouth. And Illinois is not going to be able to recover like they did during the Big Ten tournament. So I'm going to go BYU. I'm agree with you, Los, but I am scared. I will give you that.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game, I think.
Yeah. All right, Drake versus Iowa State.
I'm going Iowa State. This East side is the most chalky to me, so I'm going Iowa State here.
Yeah, I trust the defense, and I like Lipsy. You know my slogan, take the better guards in March. I like Lipsy. I like Gilbert. I like Curtis Jones. Bigs are good. I think this probably will be the best defensive team Drake's played all year. This will be a nightmare matchup for Tucker DeBree. So if he shows up, I'll be thoroughly impressed. Give me Iowa State.
Yeah, I like both your reasonings. I like Iowa State all year. I told Los this earlier. I was like, I really like Iowa State. I think this year is a little different for TJ because he has a team that can score better. Last year's team was mostly defense, but yeah, I like Iowa State here. All right, next matchup, Connecticut versus Auburn.
I told you who I was picking earlier. Auburn's beating Connecticut.
The whole world is on Auburn beating Connecticut. If this matchup is here, give me UConn.
Yeah, man. I just gave you the stat that most national championships don't make it past the Sweet 16. So I'm gonna go with Auburn here to beat Connecticut. The whole world's on it. We on it too, man.
We not on it.
Pause.
We not.
Pause. Please.
You're about to say we not on it.
BYU versus Iowa State.
Like you said about this Iowa State team, really liking it. I'm picking them again.
Yeah, me too. At some point, BYU shooting gonna run out. I got the better guards. I got the better defensive team. I think they'll be able to withstand the shooting. Give me Iowa State. And they just played. Now I will say they just played in Hilton Coliseum, and Iowa State did come back down 15. So that might still be fresh in BYU mind. But I don't care. Iowa State.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Iowa State with you guys. I'm gonna go with Iowa State. All right, to the Final Four, we got the Elite Eight game in Boston. Auburn versus Iowa State. Who do y'all got? That is big though for our Sweet 16 matchup. It is in Boston, so
yeah, UConn's got like home games all the way through.
Yeah,
we're picking Auburn, and they're playing a home game. They're basically playing in stores.
Yeah, they don't have to go anywhere. But on this one, I'm going Auburn. I think Auburn top 10 in offense and defense. They're going to the Final Four.
I've been fading Auburn the whole tournament, from the first game to the game. Give me Iowa State. I don't care. The guards are better. Give me Iowa State. I like their coach. I like both coaches. I ain't gonna lie. I think they play like stylistically very similar games. I think Iowa State's a better defense. I don't think Iowa State is a better defensive team than Auburn. They both can go on offensive lapses, but give me Iowa State in a close one.
All right, Auburn versus Iowa State. Damn, this would put me in a tough position as a fan of both teams. I'm gonna trust that Bruce Pearl is a better tournament coach than TJ, so I'll go Auburn to the Final Four.
Is he a better?
I mean, he has more success. I mean, TJ's been out in the first round a few times, and he's got to the Sweet 16 one time.